Welcome back. It's 9:20. Developing. The flood of migrants crossing the southern border into the United States showing no signs of letting up. Agents at the border say illegal crossings are now at a 20-year record high. And so right now, Volusia County Sheriff Mike Chitwood is at the Texas border with several other Florida sheriffs. Sheriff Chitwood joins us now live via phone to talk from Texas about his trip there. Sheriff, good morning to you. Sorry we couldn't get you on video, but it's so good to hear your voice on the phone.
Thank you, Danielle, for having me. Good morning.
Good morning to you. So I know you've been asked, right, why you are there, but Texas has asked other states to send law enforcement there as well. And if Volusia County does get the call, I guess it would be nice to see firsthand what you would be in for.
Exactly. I want to see firsthand what's going on. And in this sector, we're in McAllen, Texas. 43% of all the drugs that enter this country come in through this sector. They seized this year alone 840 pounds of fentanyl. That's enough fentanyl to kill every Florida resident 9 times. And as overdoses continue to grow, what we saw last night we were out with the Border Patrol was just unbelievable. It was heartbreaking, but also it was angering because you had about 100 or 200 mixed families, kids, women breastfeeding, clearly some gang members there by their tats. But the border was attempted to be attacked at 5 separate locations, tying up the Border Patrol so that drugs can cross our border, and over 200,000 runoffs, as they call them, people who are avoiding checkpoints and entering our country who are probably criminals and terrorists are getting in. We're under a coordinated attack here, and somebody needs to understand it's a crisis, but they're embedding themselves in with these families. They're sinking the rafts in the middle of the Rio Grande so that the Border Patrol has to do water rescues. And when they're tying up the Border Patrol, then they're attacking the border in other areas. It is. I'm getting a PhD in this trip here. It's just amazing at what's going on down here.
Can we talk a little bit more about what you're seeing there? Because you really are our eyes there, right? Because we can talk about it, we can see video of it, but you're actually there. And I know one of the things that you emphasized in what you just said was the drugs making their way from the border here to those of us here in Florida. I want to ask you how bad the problem is in Volusia County.
In Volusia, let me just say this real quick before I give you some numbers. You know, this isn't a Democrat or Republican or independent issue. This is an American issue. This is about protecting our cities and our communities. While at the same token, people that truly need help, you give them help. In Volusia County, overdoses are up 17% compared to last year. Overdose deaths are remaining the same. Last year we had 299 in the county. We're going to be at that number again. And if you think of that poison coming into our communities, it's destroying the quality of life for everybody in Florida. When I talk to my other sheriffs here from Flagler and Marion County, you know, their overdoses are way up as well. And then the human cost. They're using, these cartels are using 5 and 6 and 7-year-old kids to get people into the country, and then they're recycling these kids. They're victims of child sexual assault. Human trafficking. There's teenagers arriving at the border with birth control because they know when they get through the gates they're going to be human trafficked out to other parts of the United States. It's just really it's mind-boggling, this drama that's playing out down here, and you don't get a true feel for it when you see a 20-second news clip.
That's exactly right, and it really is such a huge problem to kind of get your arms around, right? And so, what is your hope? What do you hope to take away from this trip?
I know when the governor calls and asks for Volusia County Sheriff's deputies to come down and assist the Border Patrol, we will be down here with bells on. These men and women down here, the Border Patrol, you cannot believe what they're doing. They're delivering babies on the banks of the Rio Grande. They're diving into the Rio Grande to save people. They're performing CPR on people, you know, and they've unfortunately been maligned as these Gestapo tactics. There's nothing like that. There's nothing like that. Their goal, and they're understaffed, and they're overwhelmed. My goal is every American needs to look at this. This is a serious issue. These 200,000 people that they call them gotaways that came around the border, they fled from Border Patrol, or we didn't have agents there, but they were caught by technology. These are gang members. They're child molesters. These are people coming into our communities to do us harm, and we need to stop it.
Sheriff, you're our eyes there on the border. If there's some video or images you can take, we'd love to see that as well while you're out there, all right? We do appreciate you joining us this morning as well.
Thank you, Danielle. Check out our Facebook. We posted last night of some of the stuff that we did.
Would love to see it. Sheriff, thanks again.